then you see, generate very strong regretfulness, so that the negative karma becomes thinner. As much as we can generate regretfulness, the negative karma becomes thinner. That much you see from the four remedy power. What makes negative karma thinner is the regretfulness. Stronger we can generate. Why generating regretfulness makes negative karma thinner, purify, that is dependent arising. This is how it works. Dependent arising. So see, many phenomena, all the phenomena functions, they affect each other. You see, dependent arising. You see. Like fire can burn, water can make things wet. However, all these things is dependent arising. So that similar how it works out externally, it works in our mind. Our positive thoughts has a different effect. Our negative thoughts has a different effect. So there's happiness and there's suffering. You see, dependent arising. So the similar by reciting these names, how many, just one time, and then so many eons of negative karma get purified, like, reciting Vajrasattva mantra, how it works, purifying negative karma. So the dependent arising, the Vajrasattva's compassion, power, that achieved for us sentient beings. Vajrasattva is all the quality achieved for us sentient beings. And Untitled Buddha has so much power, reciting name once, purify many eons. It's in the past when the Bodhisattva made so much prayer to be able to benefit like that for us sentient beings, so easy to purify our defilements in the karma. So when they achieved enlightenment, they achieved the Buddha has 10 power, one of the quality 10 power. So there is power of prayer. So because we are having achieved 10 power of prayer, and then you see the name has all the power. See, as they did so much prayer in the past when they Bodhisattva, so when they become enlightened, they achieve the power of prayer. So the name is all the power. So that's how when the sentient beings recite, there is so much power to purify our defilements, cynical karma. So like that, you see. So every single quality what the Untitled Buddha has achieved, it's achieved for us. It's achieved for us sentient beings, no other reason, no other motivation. It's achieved only for us sentient beings. So we should take that advantage. So this is what Lama Disha explained, how Untitled Buddha is so, and then the same name is so much power. This is how Lama Disha explained. I think purpose of my life is to there's numberless helpings. There's 100 gods, animals, sura, asura, human beings, intermediate beings. So that includes every single sentence. So in the sixth realm of suffering. So all unenlightened beings. See, has defilements. So those. So if we help beings, the source of all my past, present, future, all the happiness, realization, enlightenment, everything, and it goes or every one of them who are source of all my past, present, future, happiness, enlightenment, and every single animal is from whom I receive all my past, present, future, happiness, enlightenment, and every single human being from whom I receive all my past, present, future, happiness, enlightenment, and every single asuras from whom I receive all my past, present, future, happiness, enlightenment, intimate state beings from whom I receive all my past, present, future, happiness, enlightenment. So therefore I must freedom. So that was done. So therefore then I must achieve enlightenment. Therefore I need to exercise power, therefore I need to purify the defilements. So now so now I think here that to make it even more effective, more powerful, then they see one negative karma killing from 10 on virtues action, one negative karma killing or telling lie or sexual conduct or whatever, just one. That's committed one. just one negative karma. So this, you see, has force. It produces four suffering result. This complete karma produces four suffering result. Rightness but result within the lower realm, and then three other sufferings. Experiencing results similar to the cause, and creating results similar to the cause. Then possess the result to do the environment, the place. There's all those suffering. That which is experienced in the human realm when you're born as a human being due to not a good karma after some time. But then you experience the creating result as the cause. You commit again the same negative karma as a result of the past. Then that complete negative karma produces another four suffering result. Then one of them is creating results from the cause. So that complete negative karma produces another four suffering result. So like this goes on and on forever, no end. As long as we don't purify the negative karma, that negative karma, that one negative karma, that result experience on and on forever. So as long as we don't purify that and abstain from it, so as long as we don't purify it, so the result becomes endless. The effect becomes endless. You see, so that. So to make it really effective, powerful thing, think just one karma. Use one example, one karma. So now there's so many committed one day, month, year, from birth, from beginnings, past lives. So you see, so unimaginable. So therefore, see, even just one negative karma, by thinking all this effect, endless effect, suffering, you can't stand. You can't stand to live the life, even 1 second without purifying. Can't stand without purifying it immediately, without delay even a second. You see. So then, if you think all the karmas today, in this month, year, from birth, then more unbearable, more unbearable. Then all from beginning of this past life, then it's so unbearable. There's no way to just relax without doing practice. There's no way even a second to relax without purifying, practice purification. We purifying all these without doing something. They purify the cause. So anyway, so that expanding much, otherwise we'll be standing here all day long. Many months we'll be standing here. I'm joking anyway. So anyway, Oh, so yeah, then then particular thing we should remember on top of this is we don't broke Patimasha vows, and top of that, the Bodhisattva vows, which is so much heavier than the vows broke. We see not only this life, in the past lives as well. So much heavier, you see. So much in the Prabhupanga's commentary on cessation yoga. That talks that the breaking the separate vow is heavier than 1,000 times heavier than breaking the Patimasha vow. Then vows so heavier than breaking the separate vow. So you see. Like that. So I think 1,000 times like that, heavier than bring the separate power, so things like that. So anyway, so then top of that you see, then pacify. Then when you do purification, the heaviest one is with Guru, negative karma collected with Guru. So they I remember that after all that. Collected from beginning history, but even that, not just this life. So yes, and then and so this is a situation. Then you see, so this those hell realms, hot hell realms, those even one tiny fire spark of the hell, hotter, much more hotter than all the human beings' fire energy. You see, that's great. It's great, extremely cool, great pleasure. You see, so therefore, death can come anytime. You see. Even today, even this hour minute, it can come. So therefore, that means I'll be there in those hell realms that explained by Buddha, omniscient one, with compassion for us sentient beings, to save us from suffering, unbearable suffering of samsara, particularly the lower realm. So I can be there any minute. I can be there any minute, any second. See, the minute this breath stopped, there is actualized. So, therefore, I must purify right away, without delay in a second. Must purify right away. But then, like I normally explain the teachings, as you have eaten poison, that's going to die. You see, you're going to have so much pain, die. So you want to get it out as quick as possible. So therefore, then I'm going to. There's a prostration, not just prostrating to only 35 Buddhas. No, you prostrate to all the Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha. All the transgression holy objects. And not only just concentration, not just only 34 Buddha. But reciting 34 Buddhas. We prostrate by reciting 34 Buddha's name. See? So more merit filled. You see, even it's one prostration, but you prostrate to numberless Buddhas. You see, 1 billion Buddhas. 100 Buddha, 1 billion Buddha. So you see, you create a cause of enlightenment 1 billion times, and then the numberless Buddhas. So this was much more profitable. Is a numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha, numberless statues, stupas, sculptures of the whole of justice. So prostrate everyone. So I'm not going to probably mention this more. Not going to mention this morning about the meditation that goes with the prostrations or all those things. So those who heard before, then you do that, practice. So, so here basically to emphasize the motivation for that. So this applies same when you do Vajrasattva meditation, you see, in daily life or retreat. any practice of purification, this can say meant at the beginning like that, to make it really, really powerful. To get it depends on the mind, you see, how much we can purify the karma. So that mind has to create, our mind has to, mind creating the karma, but mind can, strong like this thing can purify so much, with a strong regret to see, like that. So this regret is only medicine to us. Probably in the Western psychology, anything that regret may be interpreted as negative, but here there's positive regret and negative regret, useful regret. There's a harmful regret and there's a beneficial regret. You see, one becomes medicine for our mind. The other one, if you regret to virtuous things, haven't done positive things. Other people doing positive things, if you regret. Somebody become monk or nun, and then you regret. Oh, terrible. Say, sorry. Say, you feel so. You feel so regret. There's somebody become monk or nun, or somebody doing retreat. Retreat. You see, in an isolation place. Oh, sorry, this. So sorry, this person. I say, live in a cave, this. So sorry, this, so poor, so poor, this, completely different look to that, you see. So even though that person is attaining realization every year, really doing the best, benefiting the most distant being, but you see somebody can, oh, this person nothing, this so sorry, and I don't know, anyway, so how people think, so regret, or things like that, or somebody learning Buddhism become Buddhist, oh, terrible, wrong path, totally wrong path. As Raja met one Christian person somewhere in Sydney. So they had discussion. So this Raja explained. Then this Christian person told, "Oh, you're following very sincerely in the wrong path." So there's a wrong regretfulness. You see, like wrong patience. You see, there's a wrong tolerance. There's a virtuous patience. There's a non-virtuous. You see, which is not actual patience. You see, so similar. The wrong, perseverances. If it's a virtue, then the right perseverance. See? But if it's a negative karma, perseverances, there's some action which is cause of samsara, cause of all real negative karma, then bringing so much hardship for that. Like to achieve reputation for this life, power, reputation in happiness life, then putting so much effort in that, sacrificing life, even cause life danger. All these, people in the world bring. So that is a wrong, tolerance. Actual tolerance is the virtue, it has to be virtue. As a perseverance on the virtue, see. That's the definition of perseverance is there, you see, has to be virtue. Positive action, you see. So if it's negative karma, that's not actual, not real, that doesn't have that definition, perseverance. Wrong patience. So wrong regretfulness, you see. So, which is non-virtue, that only harms to you and harms to others, so that. So this, yeah. So the last thing is, therefore I'm going to do prostration by reciting, you see, by practicing the confessing downfall. Okay. Then for the benefit of for the happiness of numberless helpings, for the happiness of numberless animals, sura, asura, human being, intimate being. So at the end you must bring back to happiness of others. Otherwise, too much. You think too much mind wants to negative karma and the suffering result of that. Then since we don't have realization bodhicitta, realization of compassion, you see, then there's, like doing the prostration for yourself, for your own happiness. So there's danger of that. So then at the end, what you do is, again, you come back to think of happiness of others. So then every single prostration, you see, with that mind, attitude, then every single prostration, prayer what you recite is for all others, numberless things. So that. Purifying the place. So here we do the blessing the offerings here, and the blessing the offerings there which in all the FPMT center Gomba, all the extensive offerings we bless it all together. And then the extensive offerings that which in the Washington Retreat House, all the flowers outside, inside, and all the so many hundreds of water offerings, and as well as fruit, tea offerings, all those. Then also Apto's house, so many hundreds of water offerings, lights outside, inside, and the flowers outside, inside. food offerings and then tea offerings, all that. So then, so that in the rest of all the offerings, in the rest of the center, meditation center, in the organization, so we place all together, and then place here. Then later during the practice, that time we do actually meditation of actually when you recite the mantra, the clouds of offering, see, the mantra, the offering increases like a limitless sky with the they fill the whole sky, appears to Buddha. Even if you actually performed just one water offering, one flower. However, with power of this mantra, due to power of this mantra, the clouds of the clouds of offering means like it's called sky filled with the cloud like that. So each Buddha received, the numberless Buddhas, each Buddha receives, actualizes the skies of offerings by the power of this mantra. And there's so many benefits of reciting this mantra explained by Buddha. So when we recite this, already the numberless Buddhas, they receive skies of offerings. So it's always good to remember that. So actual practice often we do that. So later during the days of the and then if you at your own house there's a garden. At your own house if there's a garden, flowers in the offering, then you can bless at the same time offer. See, then only then makes it worthwhile. Having the material possession like that, only then we make it meaningful, which is meaningless, essenceless, but we make it meaningful. We achieve enlightenment, from these things, poverty, from these possessions, we achieve enlightenment by using this way. Then to collect the merit and benefit for sentient beings. So that. Om Namo Bhagavate So with this dancing the words of the truth, the second prayer, by expressing that, it is this is power that if you have visualized as limitless skies for offering to each Buddha, you see receiving, then then they actually, how vast you have visualized the offering, then they actually receive that much offering to each Buddha. So the second one is a little bit different. It has that effect, that power. So the conclusion is that more merit we collect means easier to achieve realization, easier to achieve happiness, success, easier to achieve enlightenment. So that's the whole. That's the whole purpose. Then easier, quicker to be able to enlighten all sentient beings, cause happiness to others. You see, more quick and more successful. So that is the whole objective. Why we why so much concern or why so much desire for collecting merit? It has limitless scars of their purpose. See, limitless scars. But that. The invocation. So there's a mantra Om Namah Shri Namah Shri Namah Namah Shri Soha, which multiplies projection 1,000 times, and said that if it's done every day like this, then that has benefit to realize, to have direct perception of emptiness in this life, or then to not receive harms or obstacles. Was this mantra in Buddha's name, if you recite 7 times, then we do procession or circumambulation, and then it increases millions of times. So here not just 1,000, but each prostration or each circumambulation we do, it increases millions of times. so that so or can be can be done both. Also, so can be done also like that. Om Namo Mendu, Om Namo Mendu, Om Namo Mendu, Om Namo Mendu, So whichever language you want to recite. So if you are normally whichever language you recite, you can recite the Tharva Buddha's name. So like that. So if you don't have if you don't know by heart, so I think so I guess that so somebody recite, because probably more common languages maybe English. So so somebody recite, then you just listen to that and imitate. You see. So this way you can do prostration and also imitate the name what the other person recite. So this way you get the benefit. Many, so many eons of negative karma, different negative karmas get purified. Your negative karmas, so many of those different negative karmas collected for many thousands of eons get purified. So you get that benefit. But if you don't recite, just do prostration, then somebody else recite, and then it's like somebody's eating food and you don't eat food. Then that other person eating food doesn't fill up your stomach. You see, say. So like that. Say that other person is drinking coffee, cappuccino, and then you don't get cappuccino. See, if you don't actually ask for it, I mean, if you don't put effort to receive to get coffee, so other person drink the coffee. you see that just because just by that you don't get coffee, you don't receive coffee. So similar, you don't get that benefit. So say that person who recite, he or she get the benefit. Purify many thousands of eons, purified many thousands of eons in the karma. So somebody, maybe the common language, maybe English or whatever. Or so then just to follow, just imitate, then you get all the benefit. You see, those different karmas collected for many thousands of eons get purified. So, whether you prefer Tibetan or English, so somebody can recite who hasn't memorized. So you see, so you can imitate.
I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I, throughout all times, take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. To the founder, Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious conqueror, Shakyamuni Buddha, I prostrate. To Tathagata, thoroughly destroying with Vajra essence, I prostrate. To Tathagata, radiant jewel, I prostrate. To Tathagata, king, lord of the Nagas, I prostrate. To Tathagata, army of heroes, I prostrate. To Tathagata, delighted hero, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel fire, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To Tathagata, meaningful to see, I prostrate. To Tathagata, jewel moon, I prostrate. To Tathagata, stainless one, I prostrate. To Tathagata, bestowed with courage, I prostrate. To Tathagata, pure one, I prostrate. To Tathagata, bestowed with purity, I prostrate. To Tathagata, water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata, deity of the water god, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious goodness, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. To Tathagata, infinite splendor, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious light, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious glory, I prostrate. To Tathagata, son of non-craving, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious flower, I prostrate. To Tathagata, pure light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata, lotus light rays, clearly knowing by play, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious wealth, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious mindfulness, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious name, widely renowned, I prostrate. To Tathagata, king holding the victory banner of foremost power, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious one totally subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata, utterly victorious in battle, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious transcendence through subduing, I prostrate. To Tathagata, glorious manifestations illuminating all, I prostrate. To Tathagata, all subduing jewel lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, king of the Lord of mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, king of the Lord of mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. To Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, king of the Lord of mountains, firmly seated on jewel and lotus, I prostrate. Medicine Buddhas? Yes. Medicine Buddha. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, renowned glorious king of excellent signs, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, king of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon and lotus, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, stainless excellent gold, illuminating jewel who accomplishes all conduct, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, glorious supreme one, free from sorrow, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, clearly knowing by the play of supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate. To Bhagavan Tathagata, Arhat, perfectly completed Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis lazuli light, I prostrate. Confessions? All those, you 35 Buddhas and others, as many as Tathagatas, Arhats, perfectly completed Buddhas, as they are existing, sustaining and residing in the world systems of the 10 directions, all you Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. In this life and in all states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives, whatever negative actions I have created, made others create or rejoiced in the creation of, whatever possessions of stupas, possessions of the Sangha, or possessions of the Sangha of the 10 directions I have appropriated, made others appropriate or rejoiced in the appropriation of, whichever among the 5 actions of immediate retribution I have done, caused to be done or rejoiced in the doing of, whichever paths of the 10 non-virtuous actions I have engaged in, caused others to engage in or rejoiced in the engaging in. Whatever I have created, being obscured by these karmas, causes me and sentient beings to be born in the hell realms, in the animal realm, in the preta realm, in irreligious countries, as barbarians, or as long-life gods with imperfect faculties, holding wrong views or not being pleased with Buddha's descent. In the presence of the Buddha Bhagavans, who are transcendental wisdom, who are eyes, who are witnesses, who are valid, and who see with omniscient consciousness, I am admitting and confessing all these negativities. I will not conceal them nor hide them, and from now on and in the future I will abstain and refrain from committing them again. All Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. In this life and in all other states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives, whatever roots of virtue I have created by generosity, even as little as giving one mouthful of food to a being born in the animal realm, whatever roots of virtue I have created by guarding morality, whatever roots of virtue I have created by following pure conduct, whatever roots of virtue I have created by fully ripening sentient beings, whatever roots of virtue I have created by generating bodhicitta, and whatever roots of virtue I have created by my unsurpassed transcendental wisdom, all these assembled and gathered, combined together, I fully dedicate to the unsurpassed, the unexcelled, that higher than the high, that superior to the superior. Thus I completely dedicate to the highest, perfectly complete enlightenment. Just as the previous Buddha Bhagavans have fully dedicated, just as the future Buddha Bhagavans will fully dedicate, and just as the presently abiding Buddha Bhagavans are fully dedicating, like that I too dedicate fully. I confess all negativities individually, I rejoice in all the merits, I urge and implore all Buddhas to grant my request. May I receive the highest, most sublime transcendental wisdom. To the conquerors, the best of humans, those who are living in the present time, those who have lived in the past, and those who will likewise come, to all those who have qualities as vast as an infinite ocean, with hands folded, I approach for refuge.
So here, the second one, practicing the general confession. So the two ways of purifying the negative karma here. The first one, as we go through each negative karma, first thing is generating gyesim, the thought of regretfulness. So we purify the karma. Second one, as we go through each karma, we look at it empty. So we use the understanding of emptiness from studying the philosophical teachings, those mathematical teachings. So we bring it here in the daily life practice. Even the times when we do purification, which is very important, because then makes it the purification like atomic bomb, so powerful. If you're able to remember the emptiness, especially during the practice of purification. So look at each negative karma as we go through it. After regretting, then look at it empty. So empty of not that it doesn't exist, but looking at it empty, looking at it as not believing that they don't exist. But looking at it empty, which is empty, looking at each negative karma empty as it empty of which doesn't exist. Empty of the negative karma, which is which exists in mere name, merely input by mind, but appear to when you think of each negative karma, which appear to you in that time, not merely labeled by mind, the prasangikas, you see the object to be reputed, the gakcha, the extremely subtle one, appearing, when you go through each negative karma, appearing to you, not merely labeled by mind, the opposite. You see, in the the false, which doesn't exist at all, which is not there at all. So that one, see, so person gives view emptiness. So we use here like atomic bomb to each negative karma to purify, to destroy. So then makes unbelievable powerful, huh? So that also collect merit, unconsiderable merit each time when you think emptiness. So as it is mentioned in the sutra, Chamba Sengetai Shuto, I think it might be that one. So it is said that the listening to the teachings on emptiness, for listening to teachings on emptiness, how much merit you collect is much more than 10 eons. You practice charity and morality, patience, perseverance, and concentration for 10 eons. So of course, itself is so much merit, practicing morality for 10 years, can't imagine that. So it will be difficult to practice even for one day, So 10 years, can't imagine. So anyway, so that and the listening teachings on emptiness, collects far more greater merit. So now here listening teachings on emptiness for 10 years and explaining teachings on emptiness to others. So explaining teachings on emptiness to others collect a far more greater merit than listening teachings on emptiness for 10 years. Then now 1 second meditating on emptiness, 1 second you bring your mind to the point emptiness. This collects far more greater merit than 10 eons explaining teachings on emptiness. So now here you can see, even in the case of merit, just 1 second mental emptiness, unimaginable merit. It's mind-blowing. So it's a really mind-blowing merit. Anyway, so too much mind-blowing merit. Anyway, so like this in case of even merits. Yeah, so this was very important to make it really, the practice of purification really powerful. You see, time that we spent, make it really most powerful. You say best practice. Oh, say, ooh, it's me. Ooh, it's me. or say, wow, it's me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way. Ooh, it's me. I think it's a different feeling. Ooh, it's me. Or wow, it's me. It has different expression. Anyway, doesn't matter. Forget. Oh, great Guru Vajradhara, all other Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions, and all the venerable Sangha, please pay attention to me. I, who am named Sopa, circling in a circle. I don't mean everybody recite to Sopa. I'm not saying that. That's your name. Circling in cyclic existence, since beginningless time until the present, overpowered by mental afflictions such as attachment, aversion, and ignorance, by means of body, speech, and mind, have created the 10 non-virtuous actions. General regret, collected from beginningless rebirth, you see, the regret. Now look at the empty. All those 10 non-virtuous collected from beginningless up to now, look at the empty. I have engaged in the 5 uninterrupted negative karma. Collected from beginningless rebirth up now. With awareness of result, unimaginable sovereignty. Yeah. So you have to be aware of the result. Then that's how you can generate regretfulness. Now look at it empty. All those things. 5 uninterrupted karma collected from beginningless rebirth up to now, look at it empty. Then 5 nearing uninterrupted karmas collected from beginningless rebirth up to now. Look at it empty. Look at all those are empty. I have transgressed the vows of individual liberation from beginningless rebirth up to now. also the vices. With the awareness of the suffering results, unimaginable. Now look at all those vices, need karma, are empty. Transgressed the vows of the Buddha's vows, collected from beginning to rebirth up now, with awareness, all the unimaginable suffering result, regret. Now look at empty to all those vices, all those karma. Transgress the Buddha's vows from beginning to rebirth up now. Transgress some of the sixth mantra. Done from beginning that's rebirth up now. With awareness, this unimaginable, even much heavier. Regret, general regretfulness. Now, look at it. Look at all those the vices or negative karma, transgressing tantric vow from beginning to rebirth, and up to now, all empty. I have been disrespected. Need karma disrespected to some parents from beginning to rebirth. Regret. Look at it. Look at all those need karmas are empty. Having disrespected to one's parents. Disrespected to one's own the abbot. Gave vows and that. Gave the refuge to Parsima's vows or that. And there's abbot of the monasteries for that. Done from beginning to rebirth up to now. General regret. Now look at all those unique karma are empty. Disrespected. Oh, I left out. I left out one between. Missed. I say jumped, missed out. The Vajra master who granted initiation is taught Tantra. So done from beginning to rebirth. Negative karma is collected with this the Vajra master from beginning to rebirth up to now. Then with that, which is heaviest with the gurus, then the heaviest karma. The heaviest suffering, there are obstacles, long run, incredible amount of time. So regret, now look at all those snake karma, all these heavy snake karma, collected up to now. Look at them completely empty. There's no such thing. Means that heavy snake karma, appearing a real one, in the sense, not merely labeled by mind. So, looking at all this karma, totally empty, completely empty. So this way of appearing, totally, this way of appearing, believed, is totally empty, total non-existence. It might help if it is difficult to maintain an emptiness, then it might help that what is said in the teachings. When you are not examining, it looks like that. But when you examine, you don't find. When you're not examining, when you're not examining, looks like it's there. But when you examine, it is not there. When you look for, it's not there. So that explanation might help to see empty. In case difficult to add your emptiness, then you bring that from Madhyamaka subject, that one you bring here, so that might help you to get some idea of emptiness. Put that, you see, yeah. See, especially putting that, on this wrong view, as a false object. but even the other one, you see, merely labeled one, even the conventional truth. So even relating to that, on the base, it's kind of it's not meditating on emptiness, but it's helpful. It's not actually meditating on emptiness, but it's because it's not meditating on emptiness, because it is not against the wisdom, It's not against the wisdom, absolute wisdom. Not exactly opposite to how the wisdom see the object. But it would help to soften. You see the might help some ways. The fixed, belief truly existent. The appearance and then belief to something, however, to loosen that might help. So anyway, we're not going to stand forever, all day long. We might fall down after some time. Like those refugees didn't get food for many days, can't get up. So I don't want to happen that here. Okay, so I'm lost, you see. Disrespected. Disrespected to my so disrespected the spiritual Dharma friends who are engaging in the conduct which harmonizes the perfectness, the enlightenment. That Geshe explained, not this context, but some other context. I think the praise to the generated by, composed by Geloma Palmer. So here means perfectness. Perfectness. So the Tsangpa said perfectness, the enlightenment. Cease all the mistakes of mind and complete all the realizations of perfectness. So the spiritual friend who are engaging in the moral conduct, you see, that moral conduct harmonizes. It does not become an obstacle to perfectness, enlightenment. It harmonizes to that. So so I think this also includes the Vajra, the same disciple received Tangpa teaching initiation from the same guru. The Vajra. What's the? Kin. So, Vajra say, I forgot the Tibetan. I forgot the Tibetan word. Dojipun. That's it, Dojipun. Dojipun. So, what is it? Yeah, Dojipun Ken. So, Vajra Ken or Vajra Ken or Vajra relative, see. So, I think this would include also that. Not only the living in the Patimosava, but I think also that because here contains purifying the, because the root vow as a Lamanyam Lapsik Punat, third one is criticized the Dojipun Vajra relative or Vajra king. You see, so that comes in third number. So because it's very heavy, because it's heavy, so that's why it comes in third number. You see, then when we go through root fall, so should include everything here. Those need karmas. I have committed. So done, collected from beginning of the birth up to now. Strong regret. Now look at all those empty. I've committed actions harmful. I've committed harmful actions toward the three jewels, the Dharma Sangha, from beginning of the birth up now. Regretfulness. Look at all those karmas empty. Collected from beginning to birth of now. Avoided the holy Dharma. So one of the unbelievable heavy karma. So collected from beginning to birth of now. While it is the Buddha's teaching, then from the heart, giving up. Thinking that this is no use for me. Things like giving up from the heart. Not just disrespect, but giving up from the heart. That's what it is, avoiding Holy Dharma. This doesn't benefit to me, or this is no use for me. While it is Buddha's teaching. So, if we check, we may find many even in this life. While we are studying on the, Buddhism. The different texts. Like I say, especially when you study the, you don't understand the philosophical teaching, you don't understand, so difficult to understand, then avoiding Dharma comes very easily. Or you see, Abhidhamma Kosha. When you're studying, you see that about the world, those things in a different explanation. Then you see, thinking, no, while it's Buddha teaching, thinking there's no use. It's wrong. Thinking there's no use. So giving up from the heart. So this can happen many times. Such heavier negative karma. So if you destroy to one's statue or stupa, that is consecrated, especially such an unbelievable heavy negative karma. So having abandoned Holy Dharma creates heavier negative karma than having destroyed not only stupa but all the holy objects. statues, step by scripture, all the whole object in this world, so having destroyed completely. So more heavy than that, giving up holy Dharma, the Buddha's teaching. So collected from beginningless rebirth up to now, feel so strong regret. Now look at all those need karma, collected from beginningless rebirth up to now, all are totally empty. Criticize the Sangha, Arya Sangha. This may not necessarily only Sangha who has direct realization of emptiness, may not necessarily only that. Of course, heavier karma, but even just general, you see, fully ordained Sangha, you see, nun or monk, fully ordained. So, could the meaning of Arya means it exalted, then from the Gitsuls, or the exalted from the lower lay vows, the vows exalted than the lay vows, things like that. You see, then from the from non-Buddhist, those who see exalted from those. So this Arya simply means exalted higher. So it could have, because it's like object Sangha is so powerful, and so any disrespect, very heavy in karma. So that done numberless times from beginning to birth up to now. So generally strong regret. Look at all those need karma connected with the Sangha, totally empty. Harmed sentient beings, and so on. I regret all the rest of the harms to sentient beings. Done from beginning to rebirth up now, regret. Unimaginable number that has been done. Now look at all those negative karmas are empty. Collected the harm to numberless sentient beings from beginning to rebirth up to now in various ways. These and many others non-virtuous negative actions I have done have caused others to do Lord empty, regret empty. Have rejoiced in others doing regret empty, and so forth. In the presence of the great Guru Vajradhara, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 traditions, and the Venerable Sangha, I emit these entire collections of faults and transgressions that are obstacles to my own higher rebirth and liberation, a cause of cycle existence, and a miserable lower rebirth. I will not counsel them, and I accept them as negative. I promise to refrain from doing these actions again in the future. By confessing and acknowledging them, I will attain abide I will attain and abide in that happiness, while by not confessing and acknowledging them, true happiness will not come. So at the end, any practice purification we do, Vajrasattva or Tattva, whatever, at the end, it is advised to, say, here, of course, we maintain on this, but however, generally, at the end, in emptiness, so this meditation advice, in emptiness, there is no creator, me, there is no action creating, there is no creation, karma. So, like that, so while everything is empty, then dedicate the merits, which means that your mind put the label. Did all the 3 times merits collected by me, by others. So with when everything is empty, so with this continued awareness of everything empty, then you label. Did all the 3 times merits collected by me, collected by others. Whether I achieve the 35 Buddha's enlightenment, and lead all the sentient beings to 35 Buddha's enlightenment by myself alone. Changju Simjoran Buja Maja, one of the Javanya, but maybe Kona, Kondo, Gawadi, Indo, the Lama Tuan, to Wachi Jamalu, Wachi, Savango. So one session is gone by standing. One meditation course. Okay, so maybe a break, PP for liberation. Okay. Yeah.